So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
They'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The Colts about to kick this one away. Now a fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
That one good for 26 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
They'll run with the rookie from Auburn. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Colts offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he tried to get away, but he can't break free. And that is going to be a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
So now, following the safety to open the scoring, it's 2-0, and here's the free kick from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Handoff here, up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Tight end going in motion here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain. We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 6. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Ooh. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll stick with him again. Third and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. It is a big play there for the Falcons to gain of 43 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
He'll get this out to his running back. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Colts nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag
Holding
on the play.
offense.
Early indications of a hold. Quick throw, taken in. 3rd and long. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Falcons with the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. First and 10 now from the 36. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll try the right side this time. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Falcon first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal. Here's a run. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Now here's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with first and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And the defense has it. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Falcons.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Makes the score Falcons 19, Colts nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and we'll bring up third down. He's going to look downfield once again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there is a common phrase used in every defensive meeting room across the NFL, and it goes, tips and overthrows, gotta get those. And we saw it here. Why? When that ball goes up in the air, the offense is trying to swat it down. They're trying to knock it down incomplete. And what are the defenders doing? They're hoping that ball falls right into their chest, and they have a shot to come away with the interception.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down, and they are going to set up from the 7-yard line.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Now a handoff running right. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. Now, this looks like a design run, and he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The offense will stay out trying to get this final yard. It is 4th and goal. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
And what a job here by the defensive line. They've got to hold their ground. Any sort of push by the offense is going to result in a touchdown. But here, the defense comes through with a huge goal line stand, and they're able to keep this offense out of the end zone.
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and
well, it's a win for the visiting Falcons.